Maya loved to read. She devoured books like delicious treats. Each page was a door, each story a new adventure.
I traveled to faraway lands. I met fantastical creatures. I dreamed of dragons and fairies.
Maya's favorite place was the library. The smell of old paper and ink filled her with joy. She loved the quiet rustle of turning pages. The library was her secret garden, a place where anything was possible.
One day, I stumbled upon a book I had never seen before. It was tucked away on a dusty shelf, its cover blank and intriguing.
She pulled it out, her fingers tingling with anticipation. As she opened the book, a gust of wind blew through the library, ruffling the pages. The wind carried a whisper, a secret invitation. Maya followed the sound, her heart pounding with excitement. It led her out of the library and into the nearby woods. The sun was setting, casting long shadows on the forest floor.
Deeper and deeper I went, the whisper growing louder. Finally, I emerged into a clearing. There, bathed in moonlight, stood a magnificent library, more beautiful than any I had ever seen. Its windows glowed with an ethereal light, beckoning me closer.
As she approached, the doors swung open as if by magic. Inside, shelves upon shelves of books stretched as far as the eye could see. The air hummed with an unseen energy. Maya felt a thrill course through her, a sense of wonder and possibility.
Welcome, Maya. I've been expecting you.
The man introduced himself as Mr. Jenkins, the librarian. He explained that this was no ordinary library. It was a library of dreams, a place where stories came to life. The books on these shelves held the power to transport readers to other worlds.
Follow me, Maya.
Mr. Jenkins led Maya through the winding aisles, his fingers trailing along the spines of the books. The shelves whispered and murmured, their voices like soft melodies.
Each book has a story to tell, a secret to reveal.
He showed her ancient tomes bound in leather and gold, their pages filled with spells and enchantments. He pointed out whimsical children's books with illustrations that seemed to move and breathe. He even revealed a shelf of blank books, waiting for their stories to be written.
The library chooses its readers, those with a thirst for adventure and a belief in the power of imagination. You, Maya, have a gift, a spark of magic that allows you to unlock the library's secrets.
Eager to explore, Maya chose a book with a shimmering cover. As soon as her fingers touched its surface, she was swept away into its pages. She found herself in a world of talking animals and grinning cats. The landscape shifted and swirled, a kaleidoscope of colors and shapes.
I sailed down a river of chocolate with a mischievous rabbit. I had tea with a mad hatter and a March hare. I even played croquet with a queen who loved to shout, "Off with their heads!"
Each adventure was more exhilarating than the last. Maya rode on the back of a griffin, soared through the clouds on a flying carpet, and even swam with mermaids in a coral reef city.
I learned that courage wasn't the absence of fear, but the willingness to face it.
But a shadow lurked at the edge of this magical realm, a darkness that seeped from the corners of Maya's dreams.
It took the form of my greatest fear, a shadowy figure with glowing red eyes.
Give up, Maya. Lose yourself in the darkness.
The shadow fed on Maya's insecurities, growing stronger with each doubt. It threatened to consume the library, to plunge the world of stories into eternal darkness.
Mr. Jenkins, what is this shadow?
Mr. Jenkins explained that the shadow was a manifestation of fear itself, a force that sought to extinguish the light of imagination.
So how do I defeat it?
He told Maya that only she could defeat the shadow, for it drew its power from her own fear. She needed to be brave, to believe in herself and the power of the library.
I have to be brave and believe in myself.
He gave her a cryptic message. The answer lies within the pages you fear to read.
The pages I fear to read? What could that mean?
Maya pondered over Mr. Jenkins's words, knowing that her courage and belief would be the key to saving the magical library from the encroaching darkness. Section 6, the library's cryptic clues.
I knew what I had to do. I had to face my fears head on.
She returned to the library, her heart pounding. The shelves seemed to whisper encouragement, guiding her towards her destiny.
I searched for clues, for answers hidden within the books. I deciphered riddles written in ancient languages. I solved puzzles that tested my logic and wit.
Each challenge pushed her to her limits, forcing her to confront her doubts and insecurities.
I found myself in a hall of mirrors, each reflection a distorted version of myself. I had to navigate through the maze, choosing the path of truth and self-acceptance. I learned that my flaws were part of what made me unique. part of my own story.
Finally, she reached the heart of the library, a chamber bathed in a golden light. In the center stood a single book, its cover blank and shimmering.
I knew that this was the key to defeating the shadow, the culmination of my journey.
Section 7. Facing Fears and Finding Courage.
With trembling hands, I opened the book. The pages were blank. I was confused, uncertain. Then I realized the book was a mirror reflecting my own fears and doubts back at me. The shadow wasn't a separate entity, but a part of myself, a part I had been running from.
She closed her eyes and took a deep breath.
I thought about all the adventures I had experienced, the challenges I had overcome. I realized that the power to defeat the shadow lay within me all along. It was the power of my own imagination, the courage to face my fears and embrace my true self.
As she acknowledged her fears, the blank pages began to fill with words. Her story, her truth. The words flowed from her heart, a testament to her strength and resilience. The chamber began to glow brighter, the light pushing back the shadows. Section 8. The Power of Imagination. The shadowy figure appeared before her, its red eyes burning with rage, but Maya no longer felt afraid.
I understand that the shadow has no power over me unless I allow it to.
She raised her voice, her words filled with the strength of her conviction.
You are not real. You are just a shadow, a figment of my imagination, and I am not afraid of you anymore.
As she spoke, the shadow began to shrink, its form flickering and fading.
I poured all my courage, all my hope into my words. I spoke of the power of stories, the magic of dreams, the importance of believing in oneself.
With each word, the shadow grew weaker, until it was nothing more than a wisp of smoke. The light in the chamber intensified, bathing everything in a warm, golden glow. The library pulsed with energy, its magic stronger than ever.
I had faced my fears, and in doing so had saved the library and myself.
Section 9. The library's magic lives on. Maya returned to Mr. Jenkins, her heart filled with gratitude and a newfound confidence.
You have done well, Maya. You have discovered the true power of the library, the power that lies within all of us.
He explained that the library would always be there for her, a place where she could escape into the world of stories and explore the boundless realms of her imagination.
But remember, the real magic isn't in the books themselves, but in the way they inspire you to live a life filled with wonder and adventure.
Maya left the library that night, forever changed by her experience. She carried the magic within her, the knowledge that she had the power to overcome any obstacle, to achieve anything she set her mind to. She knew that as long as she kept the spirit of the library alive within her heart, the adventures would never end.